Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and like I promised y'all on Facebook and Twitter, I was gonna come at y'all with the recap for Love and Hip Hop New York. Yesterday we watched the premiere episode of Love and Hip Hop New York via Facebook and Twitter, and it was a damn trip, y'all. It's really funny because there's a lot of people that came back, and then there's some faces that are missing. So this season, there is no Consequences in Jen the Pen, and I'm happy as hell because they both irritated the fuck out of me. Consequences' teeth irritated me. Jen the Pen's squinty little eyes and all her, crying and shit. I'm glad they're gone, but their baby was cute though. I did love their baby, but I'm glad that Consequences and Jen the Pen got the damn boot. Okay, thanks. Now, with that being said, Olivia also got the boot. Now, while Olivia is a pretty girl, Olivia can sing to me, but like I said yesterday on Twitter, she's boring as hell, and they had no storyline for her. I mean, it's like she had nothing else going on besides her little beef with Rich Dollars and Erica. So Olivia also got the boot. Kaylin is not there. Kaylin was Joe Budden's girlfriend last season. She's gone. So welcome to the new season of Love and Hip Hop New York. So this season starts with K. Michelle. She left Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and she's deciding to join the cast of Love and Hip Hop New York. So they show K. Michelle. She's getting off the plane, and she's basically walking around New York City looking like a black Mary Tyler Moore. She's just enamored by the city. She's excited. She's saying that she gets to start fresh, no more drama, but we'll see how long that lasts. So her friend picks her up from the airport, and she starts talking about how, she needs to get her box right, and she wants to meet a white man and start dating outside her race. So it's going to be real interesting. But I'm going to tell you like this. With K. Michelle's attitude, most black dudes can't handle K. Michelle's mouth. I don't see no white man putting up with her attitude, her mouth, the way she acts. So good luck on finding that white man, boo. So moving on from K. Michelle, then we have the Rich Dollars and Erica Mena situation. Rich Dollars so far seems like he's really, really maturing this season. Him and Erica Mena are not messing around. But Erica Mena decides now that she's going to basically put her lesbianism out there. So now she's strictly, dealing with females. She's not dealing with Rich or any man right now. She has a beautiful girlfriend, and that's who she's with. And I just feel like she's doing this for TV. She's always been, bisexual. She's always been with women. But I definitely think she's just trying to push this to create a storyline. So moving on from Rich Dollars, we're going to go ahead and talk about Yandy Smith. So Yandy, to me, like I said on Twitter, I think Yandy is a beautiful woman. She's been in the game over 10 years. A lot of people know and respect Yandy. She's a smart businesswoman. She's about her money. She's about hustling. What I don't understand about Yandy is why she put herself in a position to get pregnant by a man who was facing up to 20 years in prison. It's not like she didn't know it. Everybody knew what Mendices was about. Everybody knew Mendices was, was moving bricks, and that the feds were watching him, and that they were getting ready to pop him. When Yandy got with him, he was facing a bunch of charges, including child molestation. But those charges ended up being dropped. They found out that the girl had lied about some things, so he wasn't facing anything with that. Those were dropped, and they cleared his name of that. But he's still facing these federal charges for drugs, and he's looking at 20 years. I just think it's really sad because not only does he have a 7-year-old son, who they've been lying to for the past 5 months, talking about your dad's away at work, but the little boy is smart. He put 2 and 2 together, and he finally came to Yandy and told her, like, yo, I know my dad's in the county jail. People need to give kids credit where credit is due. Kids are not stupid. You can't just tell a child, well, your dad's away at work. What, he never comes home for dinner? He never comes home to shower? How do you just say he's away at work? Be honest with the kid. Let him know that his dad's in jail. Take him up there to go see his father if need be. I just think the whole situation is just insane. And for her to have a 1-year-old baby and her fiance is looking at the next 20 years in prison, it's like, are you really going to stay by his side? Are you really going to hold him down if they give him 20 years? And how does that affect your child? Even if he ends up getting 5 years, that's 5 years of him not being able to co-parent with that baby or bond with his son, with his new baby or his 7-year-old. So it's just really a sad situation overall. In every scene, Yandy's crying and Yandy's upset. But I'm sorry, I can't feel too bad for her because you knew going into the situation before you got pregnant a year ago and decided to have that baby, you knew he was facing a myriad of charges. You knew he was looking at a lot of time, but you said that you were in love with him and you were going to hold him down. So it's like, why cry now? You know what I'm saying? I hope everything works out. I hope he doesn't do the whole 20 years. I don't like to see nobody in jail. But again, when you do the crime, sometimes you do have to do the time. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens to Mendices. Alright, so now on to Joe Budden and Tahiri, our favorite ratchet ass couple. So after 9 years, Tahiri and Joe Budden decide to, rekindle their love again. And you can tell they're just really into each other. And Tahiri has made him wait for the past few months before she's decided to sleep with him. Well, at least sleep with him raw. So basically in their scene, they're waiting for their STD test results to come back. So they're trying to make sure that neither one have anything because they both been sleeping with, Lord knows who. And they end up getting their test results back, and they both, proclaim to the world that they're clean like Lysol, and now they can have raw sex as much as they want and get it in. So it was funny and it was cute. But what I want the young kids watching the show to realize that Tahiri and Joe are grown. So even if they don't have an STD, I hope she's on some type of birth control because she can get pregnant. I don't think you should really be trying to copy what Joe Budden and Tahiri are doing. They're grown. They can have raw sex. If your ass is 16, don't go from watching Love and Hip Hop New York to being on 16 and pregnant because you're trying to do like Joe and Tahiri. Make sure you strap up and you use something and you stay on some form of birth control. If not, raw sex does equal pregnancy. Let's not get that twisted. So now on to the man of the night, the top gun, Peter Gunz. This man is a trip. First of all, ain't nobody really seen or heard from Peter Gunz in years. Yes, he made a cameo appearance last year when he was, preaching to Rich Dollars about not fucking with Erica Mena. But before then, wasn't nobody checking for him. The new generation only knows Peter Gunz is Corey Gunz's daddy. That's all they know. They don't know anything about this song. He's talking about this old-ass song from 13 years ago like it was a Tupac song or something. Now, don't get me wrong. Deja Vu was hot. Lord Tariq was fine. Uptown Baby. Uptown Baby. That was my damn song. We banged that shit back in 97. But quit acting like these young kids know who you are, Peter Gunz. I'm the dude that sung Uptown. All the kids on Twitter was like, who? What is Uptown? What is he talking about? Nobody knows you. Like, you're known for doing stuff behind the scenes. And to me, he just really disrespected the whole legacy of him and Lord Tariq within 30 minutes of this show. It's sad because when you think about Peter Gunz, you think of Lord Tariq and you think about that song. That was like the summer anthem. It put New York back on the map. People love that song to death. And it's like all that hard work has just been really flushed down the drain for reality TV. So Peter Gunz is just ratchet. So we meet him and we meet his baby's mother of 13 years. Her name is Tara. She's a really pretty woman. And they're living in this little apartment with him, with her, and the two boys. So later on that night, Peter Gunz goes to Yandy and Rich Dollar's event. They decide to announce to the world that they're starting their own record label. So they're announcing that, and this girl named Amina Butterfly, she gets up there and she starts singing. And Amina has a beautiful voice. She can sing. So she's singing and everything else. And Peter Gunz introduces Amina to his, to his baby's mother, Tara. And they hug and everything. She's like, I'm glad I'm finally getting to meet you. And you're thinking as the audience, I'm like, okay, cool, everything's all good. In the next scene, you see Peter Gunz and Amina in the studio. And the dude looked like he about to lay her down on the table and start eating her box out in front of the whole world. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then he says that basically Tara is his soulmate, but he's so in love with Amina. And he's cheating on this woman on national television with this jump off. This whole situation is just sad. He even missed going to go take his son to school because he was spending time in the studio fucking Amina. The thing was, when this meme appeared on my timeline, I fell the hell out. As you see, the bottom of his feet were dirty as hell. Folks were going in on Peter Gunz. They was clowning him to no avail. You just don't do stuff like that. And it's sad that you would think that as people get older, they mature. But like I said on Twitter, to me, Peter Gunz has a mentality of an 18-year-old boy. And he has no right to be leading both of these women on. If you don't want to be in a committed relationship, then you need to be upfront and honest with your baby's mother and Amina. But it seems like he's telling them, both one thing. But Amina is just sad. She's a sad woman to me. Because to me, she's the epitome of a jump off and a side piece who doesn't know her place. When Rich Dollars went to confront her and tell her, you know what, you need to stop sleeping with Peter Gunz because this is not a good look. It's not good for business. She goes off on Rich and tells Rich Dollars that she's wifey. Rich is like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean you're wifey? It's not like this bitch is rocking a 24-karat ring. It's not like, he done got down on one knee and announced it to the world. She literally pulls up her shirt and shows her stomach. And there's a big tattoo on her stomach of Peter Gunz's name. I'm like, okay, so because you're stupid enough to get somebody's name tattooed on you, that makes you married? Ma'am, I'm going to need you to get your life. The whole show is just ratchet, and I love it because it gives me some shit to talk about. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the entire situation. What do you feel about the first episode of Love and Hip Hop New York? How do you feel about Peter Gunz and this crazy love triangle that he's in with his baby's mother and Amina? So go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on everything. And make sure you follow me. I'm Lovely T on Twitter. You can also fan me on Facebook. The links will be down below. Alright, talk to y'all later. Deuces.